Welcome to the 12th of January report. Okay, so news event. I think everybody knows what I want to talk about it today already. A long wait for Spot Bitcoin ETF is finally over. That's what I want to talk about today. Now, the journey towards the approval of a Spot Bitcoin ETF in the US, right, has been nothing short of an epic saga if you've been following this thing for a long time, which origins dating all the way back to 2013 when the Winklevoss brothers team started applying for it, So, however, it wasn't until the submission of BlackRock's application in June of the previous year, as well as Grayscale triumph battle against the SEC, that we witnessed the groundbreaking prospects of the first ever US Bitcoin ETF approval gaining substantial momentum, right? So the announcement itself was riddled with high-stakes drama, if you've been following it, featuring some last-minute hiccups. A rogue post emerged on the SEC social media platform X proclaiming the approval, causing Bitcoin price to skyrocket past the 48,000 mark. And then what happened next? In the next few minutes, the SEC quickly clarified that their X account had fallen victim to unauthorized access, right? So in the aftermath of the approval, right, and everything all done, dusted, and they confirm it's approved already, SEC Chair Gensler's statement revealed that the regulatory body has been backed into a corner, compelling them to give the green light to Bitcoin ETF despite their lingering reservations about the cryptocurrency's inherent risks. So in his statement, Gensler's statement, he said, though we merit neutral, I'll note that the underlying assets in the metal ETPs, metal here referring to like gold, silver, have consumers and industrial users. While in contrast, Bitcoin is primarily a speculative, volatile asset that's also used for illicit activity, including ransomware, money laundering, sanctions evasion, and terrorist financing. He added, while we approve the listing and trading of certain spot Bitcoin ETP shares today, we did not approve or endorse Bitcoin. So investors should remain cautious about the myriad risks associated with Bitcoin and products whose value is tied to crypto. So social media platforms, after his statement, right, this social media platforms lit up with commentary on SEC's statement, dubbing it the most bearish approval statement ever seen by the SEC. Is something like, I don't know what you call it, just maybe just not happy that they have to do something that they don't want to do. This is like the first time ever, right? But despite the pessimistic tone of the SEC sign-off, Bitcoin has now received the coveted regulatory stamp of approval, a move that is likely to ease some investors' anxieties lingering within the cryptocurrency space down. This is something very, very, very important. Okay, so Spot Bitcoin Exchange ETF funds began trading yesterday, with the current tickers offering steeply discounting fees. And here are the list of all the tickers. We have the BlackRock leading the group. So if you want to have a look at it, these are all the ticker symbols: the ARK, Wisdom Tree, Invesco, Bitwise, PanX, Franklin, Bitcoin, Fidelity, Valkyrie, Grayscale, hashtag, right? So the question now, how much money would this Bitcoin ETF attract? Now, the value of it comes from here. How much Bitcoin can go up will depend on how much money this ETFs would attract. Now, to put this in perspective, let's turn to the story of gold, because always Bitcoin is always compared to gold, right? Because both are considered safe haven asset. So when the first spot gold ETF made its debut in 2004, trading under the ticker symbol of GLD, representing Spider's Gold shares. There are many more, of course, but this is the leading one. It managed to accumulate a substantial 1.9 billion in today's adjusted terms during its initial 4 weeks, right? So this is like total. So by the end of its first year, the number is surged to an impressive 4.8 billion. So fast forward 2 decades and the GLD ETF boasts a whopping 57.37 billion in total assets. Okay. And you also need to know the total assets under management for all gold ETFs in the US right now stands at a staggering 118.70 billion, right? So that is like double already right now. See, also since 2004 right now we have 118 billion. Now, so so you can see how much GLD alone is holding. Is practically half of the whole thing, right? So, but nevertheless, this is a total one. So closer to home, we want to also to see, because this is the gold story. So we want to know how much money, this potential ETF can attract. So if we were to compare with Bitcoin, but this is the futures, it's known as ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, short form BITO. This futures experienced a similar influx, gathering approximately 1.5 billion in inflation-adjusted terms during the 30 days following its launch in October 2021. So this alone, the futures attracted 1.5 billion. Now, analysts over at Standard Chartered are projecting a staggering 1 billion in inflows within the first 3 months following the approval, with the potential for more than 100 billion pouring in by year's end, right? So if we were to take the 1 billion, let's talk about just 1 billion flowing into Bitcoin ETF. It would essentially mean that the ETF itself holds asset value at 1 billion, and typically this money is being used to purchase Bitcoin. So this influx can create a surge in demand for Bitcoin in the market, potentially driving up prices. Okay, this don't go directly to that Bitcoin, but we expect it's, there are Bitcoin going in. So especially if supply of Bitcoin available for sale doesn't immediately match this increased demand. So right now, what we're seeing yesterday is just money, the same money circulating from the previous ones into the current ones only. So nothing much, but we want to see when this happened, because there are also reports that the holders are hodling. Okay, it's a term for not selling Bitcoin the current prices. So if and only if that the supply is not able to match the demand, then we will see. Okay, so however, it's essential to note that the actual impact of Bitcoin price is influenced by a myriad of factors, including the current market conditions, trading volumes, and the prevailing sentiment among investors. So don't be overexcited. It's a good thing what have happened yesterday. It's very, very good. So the next 3 months, like I said, next 3 months is crucial, and it will provide valuable insights into how this dynamic plays out. Okay, we need to see a few things. And usually when the ETF is being newly launched, we don't want to see, of course, the first day is a good, we can roughly guess what's going to happen next, but the true picture will take about 3 months, how much money it can attract. So if it's something huge, right? If it says, if it's going to blow proportion, you saw that it took gold. It took gold like to in a month to get about 1.9 billion, and then we have BITO getting 1.5 billion in also a month. So we need to see Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is able to blow that out of proportion, say it's going more than 1.9 billion, then that's a good sign. That is a really, really good sign. So we'll wait and see in the next month, but preferably the rest, wait about 3 months. That will be the one's going to give you the real picture. But anyway, here's some stats from yesterday when they started trading the Bitcoin ETFs, because it's what's important to know the trading volume. So what we have, what Cointelegraph reported, that we had a total volume of around 1.6 billion in just minutes after the opening bell yesterday. So this is a remarkable start. Let's hope this momentum continues, and then yeah, Bitcoin maybe reach an all-time high again. Okay, so that's the end of the fundamental report for today.